So it's not just that this guy can petrify you, it's also that it had a lot more HP than I thought it would. Okay, yeah, that's where I switched to Gun Mage, because I knew that there was someone who hadn't learned the Heaven's Cataract skill, and Payne just learned it. The other two had already learned it.
Heaven's Cataract?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's what he just did. I think it's like damage plus some status effect.
Oh.
I'm glad I have my guide with me, because I can actually find the stuff now.
That look in your eyes.
That is not a pheasant, okay?
No, I don't know why they said it was a pheasant. I would call it a hawk.
Strength isn't my only weapon.
I'm not really sure it's a hawk, but it's not a pheasant.
It's some kind of bird of prey.
Yeah.
Alright, Heaven's Cataract, damage all enemies and lower defense and magic defense.
That's nice.
Shall we mix up today? What's the matter? Hungry?
Pardon me?
How? Right in the kisser!
Oh, okay, so I guess I've been learning some abilities for Kogoro. It can deal holy damage. The freeze attack can inflict stop sometimes, but this guy's immune to it. And thank you for staying up so late for this video. I know it's past midnight where you are.
Yeah, it's nearly like 10 to 1 now.
I apologize for not being able to do this till later.
That's alright.
Actually, during these few weeks of the year,
To bust out!
our times are only 4 hours apart rather than 5. Soon, daylight savings time will begin in Britain, and they'll be 5 hours apart again.
Well, not soon. That just like flipped, like last month.
No, I'm saying soon daylight savings time will begin in Britain.
Oh, in Britain. Oh, okay.
Because for some reason we have ours on different dates.
Okay, weird.
Well, I think what happened in this country was that, like, there was some debate over some some bill to save energy, and it didn't pass. But the Republicans were like, oh, we'll just extend daylight savings time further so we can pretend we're saving energy.
The original purpose of daylight savings time was for like kids that worked on farms, so they could still do their school and farm stuff when they got out, like a long time ago. Like, so I don't know why it's still a thing.
Have you been watching John Oliver?
No.
because he has on Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, he has a feature called How Is This Still a Thing? And daylight savings time was the subject of one of them.
It feels appropriate.
Yeah, I don't like it either. I just feel like noon should be the point when the sun appears south in the sky. Not 1 p.m. Anyway, yeah, this guy was another enemy, this flailing Ochu. Another enemy where it wouldn't be so bad to deal with it, except that it just doesn't die.
Just a lot of health.
Exactly.
Oh, and Payne's confused now.
Yes, well, Riku knocks Sixth Sense into her.
Yeah, can we see?
I mean, like, I could have used a remedy or something,
like
but I didn't want to waste one. So it's like, I'll just have Riku whack
Just
him.
hit him. I'll sort him out. That's what I usually do.
Unfortunately, because Yuna's wearing a ribbon, she doesn't care about any of the stupid stuff that this guy's doing.
Why is that unfortunately?
I said fortunately.
Oh, I thought you said unfortunately. I was like, what?
No, unfortunately is what happened to my car yesterday.
Bust out!
Although with the rate I've been posting these videos, it's possible that it'll be fixed by now. I mean, I'm also hoping that compared to the last time that somebody hit me, this damage is rather minor.
Is there a trick to this?
If the accident hadn't caused a flat tire, I'd still be able to drive this thing.
Yeah, I think I remember when you told me about that other bad one, because we were like talking, and when you can't use it, you were coming to D&D for like a couple weeks and still had like a rented car.
Yeah, that one was a lot worse because it was a fucking school bus.
God.
And it just basically smashed in the rear end.
So that was entirely the bus driver's fault, right?
Well, yes. What happened was that I was coming up to an intersection and the light turned yellow, and I thought I might have been able to make it through, but I wanted to play it safe, so I stopped, and the bus driver must not have expected me to stop.
And when?
Yes, and I mean, you could say that maybe I stopped suddenly, but the fact is that the car in front has the right of way, and it's the responsibility of the driver behind to keep enough distance.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You're supposed to follow far enough behind that if they abruptly stop, you're not going to hit them.
Especially if you're driving a fucking school bus.
Oh yeah, you need extra space with something that large.
Do you have a thing when driving where it says only a 4 brick to 2 second rule? Or is that a UK thing?
2 second rule is what I was taught in driver's ed.
It's when I was taking driving lessons, my instructor always said only a 4 brick to 2 second rule.
Yeah, unfortunately, everybody breaks it here. I try to follow it myself.
We have quite a few people breaking it here as well.
But like the area around where we live, DC area, it's like people drive terribly.
Yes, drivers in the Baltimore, D.C. area are unusually stupid.
Oh god. Yeah, I don't actually drive. I just have heard everything everybody's ever said about them.
It's not that they're particularly aggressive, they're just dumb.
Yeah, no, I know.
There are fiends as always.
Like, my friend and I, when he was driving me the 1 mile between the bar where we do trivia and my apartment, we saw 2 cars going the wrong way on one-way streets.
Sid ran off a while ago and hasn't come back.
Right where I work, there's actually an alleyway that leads into a parking space place behind where I work. And there were like 4 signs that say one way going down that alley, and I still see people going the other way out of it.
Anyway, so Isaru is realizing that this place is not a tourist attraction anymore because there are so many monkeys there. Because Yuna and company were operating as a monkey dating service in Chapter 2.
Oh yeah.
And winter is coming. That one was just too good to pass up. Anyway, so the one of the good things about the monkeys, besides the tourists clearing out of here and not messing out the place, is those chests. Now the tourists have not opened them, and you can open them.
Hey.
Nice detail that they put in there. If you guys remember, the chests were always, most of them were already open in the previous chapters, but not now. Now, why the employees bother restocking them is a mystery, but...
Yeah.
You get items. It's a question of logic.
Stuff.
There's some decent items too.
Yeah, and a lot of them.
So let's say like these springs and the curtains are nice.
Mm-hmm. So, talking to Isaru is the only thing that you have to do for story completion, but you know that I'm not going to pass up a bunch of treasure chests.
No, of course not.
Well, why would you?
Another section of Kingdom of Loathing is called the Penultimate Fantasy Airship. And there's one, sometimes you'll get to a part where it says, wow, there are a lot of treasure chests here. It's like they're trying to collect 100% of the treasure in the world.
All I can think when, like, I have the mentality, it's like, oh, the game is giving me a bunch of stuff right now. Oh god, what terrible thing is about to happen?
There's a trope for that one, too. It's called Suspicious Video Game Generosity.
Oh, yeah. It's like, you just fully healed my party and gave us a bunch of potions.
What are you planning? Are you planning to try and kill us?
Kind of like when Andrew, gives us a bunch of stuff.
It's like, oh yeah, now this artificer's coming with you, giving you a bunch of buffs. And
Although in that
case,
we kind of knew what was coming.
Oh yeah, and we still didn't need it because we got lucky.
We got that. It's like the scene on in Yoshi's Island where if you are in just the right spot, you can actually hit one of the bosses before Kamek transforms it.
Dead.
Did you know about that?
Yeah, you've told me about it before.
I've never actually done it, but I've seen a video of it. Annie, did you hear of it?
That's the first I've heard of it.
It's the World 3 boss, Naval Piranha.
Yeah, I mean, I know the boss because I played that game before.
If you stand in exactly the right spot, then you can aim an egg and hit it before the cutscene starts. And the developers anticipated it, which you know because Kamek has a different line.
For if that happens, so like,
yes,
and like if players can pull this off, we'll let them have it.
Yeah, he just instead of basically just says "oh my," and it's fine, and that those words take up the entire text box, and then he just flies away and you win.
The winner is you.
So I'm checking on the chocobos that I send out, and some of them came back with stuff, and others ran away. I should have mentioned earlier that depending on the manner of the chocobo, that nature is the word that the game uses. You know, timid, normal, or bold. Certain spots are better than others. If you send a chocobo to a place where it's not suited, it's more likely to run away and less likely to find items. If you send it somewhere where it's more suited, it's more likely to find items and less likely to run away. How are you supposed to know which places are suited? That's another goddammit moment.
So there's no way of knowing? It's just random?
Well, I mean, if you send enough chocobos and kept track of everything, I suppose you could deduce it, but there's no other way.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like I'm actually going to one of the required areas now. Yes, Becklam, I mentioned we would be seeing him in this session. Becklam sounds kind of like Bedlam, and we know what Bedlam means. Or do we?
Do we?
I mean, I know what it means. Bedlam means...
I know it, but my mind's not telling me.
Bedlam means like chaos, like a crazy situation.
Right.
I think it came from the name of like a mental hospital.